welcome back. It's week 5 of the Bosco series. Last week, the last video was 2 weeks. I explained it in that video. Lots of sound issues. Hopefully, we don't have those issues going forward. The issue that we did run into was the battery overheating because we're in a metal box that has no breeze. So, what that means is not much. But last week we were trying to get these screws out, and we were running into an issue where they just weren't coming out, where they felt stripped, a whole bunch of weird stuff. Well, I did some Googles, I talked to a few people, and they're like, hey, those aren't Phillips head, they are square bit, a number 2 square bit. And I said, what? But this is it. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. They look like Phillips head, but they're not. They are technically square bit screws. And so that was where a lot of our frustration came from, is because we couldn't get any of the screws out. That being said, I was able to get screws out once I switched over. Thankfully, I already had a small set of square bit screws, so that made everything a whole lot easier. That being said, or hopefully this video, we're getting the ceiling down. It's still going to be a bit of a chore because some of these screws still don't want to come out even with a square bit, and so there's going to be a lot of grinding happening. Hopefully not as much as I'm expecting, but I got the outside of the bus a little bit cleaned up. I might have a friend coming over, and then we're going to socially distance with masks, which I'm not looking forward to, but it is super important that you wear a mask. We're going to try to get these screws out and take the ceiling off, because I want this ceiling out. I want this old insulation out. I want to put up nice, fresh, new stuff and be done with it. I want to get this stuff out so I can get the walls off. Unfortunately, there's a lot of rivets to get some of the panels off, but I'll deal with that. I have the right screw bit, and that's helping considerably. Yeah, we're getting closer and closer to having the demolition of the bus done. And once that happens, I'll be so excited to start the next phase of the project, building. And then once we get the building started, I can then try to hunt down the correct shop I need to take Bosco to, and make sure that the engine transmission are good. I'm most certainly going to have the transmission swapped, but we'll go from there. Some of these I've already tried to get off. This is actually a good candidate to show, as hopefully you can see. The previous owner painted these, so they don't go all the way in. They don't go all the way in, but they look like just fat Phillips head. They're not. They're square bit, which my poor square bit is a little torqued, but I don't think this bit was ever meant to do the job it's doing right now. And some of these are just super in there. But I'm gonna get out as many as I can, and we'll bust out the grinder. I did get a new grinder wheel, so I'm excited to try that. So we went from 70, 75 screws that would not come out to now 30 screws that have not come out, which still isn't like the best, I feel, but considering I've been doing this for like 3 hours, that's not bad. Which thankfully the magic of editing, you won't see any of that. I mean, the videos have still been like 20-30 minutes long, so I appreciate everyone sticking around and watching the videos. I know we get a kick out of people watching them, talking with people in the community, trying to be more like involved in a lot of that, because, well, it's a very involved community if you think about it. So, still a lot to do. I'm gonna get this down though. Like, you have no idea. I want this roof off. Which, at this point, it's going to be tough. There's quite a few, I guess only... So there's a couple screws holding it up underneath here, which I was able to get most of those loosened. It's going to be all day. spray fan. Is the Flex Seal still out here? Ah, yeah, it's right there. We can at least spray it with Flex Seal until... until we get it fixed. We can also observe to make sure there's no other water getting in. I mean, obviously there is. Could be water getting in. But hey, we did it! Woohoo! One panel down, one to go. This is great. Like, I'm legitimately just super stoked about how well that went. Oh yeah, look at that.
Yep.
Big old hole in my shirt. Wasn't there before.
Poor Deadpool.
Yeah. Deadpool's not regenerating this time.
I think you got one on your shoulder too, maybe.
Yeah, probably. Alright. Let's get it out of here. We'll see you guys tomorrow.